Welcome to Stonk Insights, your one-stop shop for stock and crypto analysis and discovery. And this is the next day from yesterday, the video that I made. Still taking a look at our baby here, Ethereum Classic. Doing pretty good. Hopefully you guys got some sleep. It was pretty hard to sleep. I was checking my phone every hour on an hour without an alarm. And, you know, feeling like a zombie right now, but feeling like a motivated zombie because we didn't make, crazy gains last night. It is up from when I made my previous video. And as you can see, I mentioned in my previous video that we could possibly hit 60. Guys, like as soon as I finished editing that video, this is showing a little bit later on. I wasn't up at 2 in the morning. But as soon as I finished editing that video, Ethereum Classic, it hit like 62 bucks, okay? So we still do have a little bit of momentum going on, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video here. I don't do a lot of technical analysis, but I do understand it, and we're just going to be going over an article that's actually breaking it down a little bit better than what I can do. So, if you like that kind of content, if you're, into Ethereum Classic or, long Ethereum Classic like I am, please consider subscribing. Please consider, liking this video if you like this video. For subscribers, I do talk about stock. I do talk about crypto. If you check my record a week ago, 7 days ago, I said I was dip buying Ethereum Classic. I stuck to that promise. I wasn't just talking. And here we are today. We're seeing some returns. And, I just want to go over that real quick, I was out actively looking for, a cryptocurrency, and the whole market was down. So I could have invested in any crypto, that was down, which was all of them. And, we found this gem in Ethereum Classic, and fortunately, it has been one of the top crypto gainers, which we're going to take a quick look at right now. So this is Coinbase. This just shows the gainers. Market is slightly down, but with that, we can see here that Ethereum Classic is still in the top 5. So it's not the number one gainer like we've seen yesterday, but it hasn't dropped off like we've seen in the case of ICP. Like we mentioned yesterday, it was Ethereum Classic and ICP. There's actually an article that we're not going to go over today. But yeah, 18 hours ago, Ethereum Classic and ICP leading the rise in the crypto market. I mean, ICP was just here and there, Ethereum Classic is here to stay. I don't even see ICP on this list anymore. I think yesterday it was Store J. Yeah, Store J was right underneath Ethereum Classic. Go ahead and check that video out. Probably leave a link somewhere. I don't even see that. It's not here anymore. Filecoin was up, and now it's at the very bottom. Ethereum Classic is holding its gains, and that's good news, for us. And we're gonna take a look at why that is good news here right now. So we're gonna be going over this article, which is talking about the technical analysis. But before I go into this article, I do want to I want to define some things like I do all the time. So first, we're going to define a moving average. So that's what we're going to be looking at here in this article. So as it pertains to stock and crypto, a moving average is a calculation used to analyze data points by creating a series of averages of different subsets of a full data set. So what does that mean? When we say creating these data points in a series of averages, they're talking about averages in a number of days, okay? So what we're looking at is we're going to be looking at the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. So that means today is June 30th. So for the last 50 days, they take the closes for those last 50 days, they make an average and they plot it on a graph. But they do that for, every day. So it does make a line graph when you do that. And the same thing for the 200-day moving average. They take the last the closes for the last 200 days, and they plot it on the graph. And they just do that for every day, and it makes like a line graph. Okay. All right. So what in the next term we're going to be defining is the RSI, which is the relative strength index. So the relative strength index, it provides, technical traders with signals, and these signals are either bullish signals or bearish signals based on the price momentum. It's often plotted at the bottom of the charts, so you'll see like these bars at the bottom of the charts, either showing green or red, and it's showing the momentum of a particular asset. So an asset is usually considered overbought. Okay, so overbought means a lot of people have bought when the RSI is above 70%. Okay, so it's shown as a percentage. And then it's shown as oversold, which means that it's just been sold to oblivion when it's below 30%. Okay, so those are just the two terms we're identifying: the moving average, again, which is just an average of whatever particular amount of days that you specify, and then the relative strength index, which is more or less just a momentum indicator. Okay, so here in this article, Ethereum Classic looks to have seen a bounce at support and may now be breaking out. So what I want to do is look at this chart right here, and this is showing the averages that we have been defining. So the 50-day moving average, that's going to be used as the resistance level. Okay, so the level where we want to try to break free from. Okay, so we look back in April here, we see that the $40 mark, that was the resistance level. That was the level that we kept hitting at the high, and we were trying to break out from that. Okay, now that $40 old resistance level that we look to today, that now looks like to be the support level, which the 200-day moving average identifies. So that blue line on this chart here, that's the 200-day moving average. As you can see, the 200-day and the 50-day moving average, they converge, which is creating this pendant pattern. Okay, so this is actually a pattern that's seen in technical analysis, and when they converge, one of two things are going to happen. We either see a breakout into the positive, or we see a drop, a breakdown. So we've seen a breakout. We've seen Ethereum Classic go up from this, and it's been working beautifully. We've seen the breakout as it's gone up, and we've seen the consolidation now starting to happen in the $50. Okay, which is great. And I mentioned this yesterday. We want to start seeing that resistance level, the old resistance level that used to be at 40, we want to see that at $50 now. Okay, we want to bounce at the $50 mark and just go up from there. We don't want to go below that $50 mark, and that's why I keep saying consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. So the more buyers we get at these levels right here, that's great for us. Okay, it keeps us consolidated within that $50 level, so that we can just break up to the $60 and just break up from there to the $70 level. So at this moment, it's appearing like that $60 level, that's going to be the new resistance. Okay, that's going to be the next point where we need to break out of, and we need to strongly break out of to start seeing our next higher highs. Okay, and I'm like I said, I'm just happy that with a night's rest that it didn't break down, and we're still floating close to that $60 mark. It's like it wants to break out above that mark, and it's ever more just bouncing and hitting that mark, and sooner or later, with all this consolidation that's happening, it's going to break free, and who knows where we go. Somebody in one of my older videos mentioned that in a day, the Ethereum Classic went from $88 to $205. I'm going to leave it at that. If you like this video, please like this video. Consider subscribing if you're new here, as I do talk about stock. I talk about crypto. As of late, I've been talking about my new baby, Ethereum Classic, and we're going to continue to talk about it. as long as I hold it, okay? Thank you guys for sticking along, and catch you in the next one.